Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
What did Daddy get done doing today?
Put the cloth on.
I put the cloth on the boat?
Yeah.
So we're all done? We're all done with the cloth?
Yeah.
We're all done with the cloth. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
So you know what we got to do next?
Yeah.
We got to put more epoxy on it and sand it, and then guess what we get to do?
Yeah.
We get to paint it.
Yeah.
You want to paint it?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I want to paint it too. So anyways, that is my youngest, Annalise, being ever so cute. Love you, baby.
Love you.
My big girl. And then that's the boat. Check it out. We are completely clothed. And Annalise is right, because we got to go ahead and finish the bow today. The last bit of epoxying that I have done is on the bow, while getting the stem covered. So the stem is completely covered. And like I told you guys last time, I did it just like I did the other side, and I got right down this side of the hull, same way I did the other side. It went a little smoother, so it's a little less craggy, which is awesome. And we got the stern done, so the transom's covered. And I am just absolutely titillated at this. It's just exciting as hell to be done with this damn cloth, because I hate it. But she is tough. She is one strong girl. So I'm pretty excited. And I am sure my wife and family are excited to have me a little bit more now that I don't have to do this and I'm not in near as foul a mood. But we're done. That's it. So like I said, we're going to ferret out more and paint it. And that's where we're at. So I'll catch you guys up when we get there. So picking where we left off yesterday, the boat is, I went ahead and put some more fairing compound on the affected areas to once again try and smooth them out, and it is a lot smoother than it was, and I've been sanding this morning, as you can tell, but it is coming along real nice. Very, very nice. Obviously I have a little bit more to go, and I'm aware of that, but nonetheless I think that we're coming right along. And the runs that came down the side of the hull were far worse on this side. But thanks to my Craftsman angle rotary sander, I went ahead and removed those runs. So they're now, while you can still kind of see them, they are for the most part flush. And flush enough to where when I put paint on them, you won't know that they're there. Which is the point. So this side came out really well. I put some fairing compound up here, and I haven't sanded it yet. That's sawdust from the other side. And I only went to about here because, frankly, I just don't see the need to continue all the way back to the transom, because it took so well, and I think the paint will cover up pretty much everything else, or the primer and the paint. So I really don't see the need to do the fairing compound any further. The transom came out real nice too. So once again, I'm gonna, when I'm done on that, on the side I'm working on now, I'm gonna come back to the transom and hit that up. But that's where we're at. I mean, it looks so much better, just so much better. So, I mean, yeah, it's a little patchy here, but once I sand all this down and I paint it, I don't think it'll make a damn bit of difference. So that's kind of the direction I'm headed right now. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I'm much like I was when I was fairing the hull with just the plywood. I'm using kind of my three-pronged approach, which is the Craftsman rotary sander, my mouse, and then of course the good old-fashioned sanding block with 50 grit. That's kind of where we're headed. That's what it looks like as it stands right now. It is a absolutely gorgeous day, and I have all my homework done. Well, all of consequence. So I'm going to continue to press on. And that's where we're at. So until next time, I will, when I catch you up, I'll see you then. Well, guys, there we are. We're all sanded up, or as sanded as I care to get it for now. Probably do another layer of epoxy, at least along the bow area and the very visible areas. And like I said before, I'm not too terribly worried about the bottom of the hull because it's going to be below the water and nobody's really going to see it. And frankly, I'm not going to be moving fast enough or have enough power to where any extra drag this may cause would be appreciable. So I'm not too terribly worried about it. And that's the other side of the stem. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and hit that up again one more time with epoxy. But that's where we stand right now. The transom looks pretty good, I think. I'll probably give that maybe another round of epoxy as well. I'm not too terribly concerned because it came out rather well, I think. So once again, as an amateur, what the hell do I know? But just from my amateur's opinion, that looks once again rather well. And there's dust absolutely everywhere. This stuff is just dusty as hell. If you have a problem with a lot of dust, you may want to consider another hobby, because there's just no way to build wood boats without a crap load of sawdust and sanding. There's just no way around it. That's where we are, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the next layer of epoxy on some of these areas, like I said, the more visible areas, we'll see you then. Well, as I so often do, I decided to call an audible. Today, I told you about sanding the hull again, I went ahead and just applied a very light amount of fairing epoxy to the stem and forward hull and keel area. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm going to go get some paint, and I'm going to see how well it'll actually fill in a lot of these gaps and stuff on its own, if it's like pretty thick. So that's what I'm going to do. It may work, it may not. And if not, I've got enough fairing epoxy to take care of the transom, so I'm not too terribly worried about that. But the stem, for the most part, after this round of fairing epoxy and sanding, should be done. So we're going to go ahead and call that good for now, unless I sand it and I just can't bear to look at it. That's always a possibility, but we'll see. So that's where we're at, and I will catch you guys up on when we go ahead and apply the paint.